the T7H. Their second tower's up, so they could port to that bottom tower and get right to the fight. Whereas, you know, the Legion side bottom tower is a little bit further away. So really, you know, there was just no quick way for them to get to the fight there. I think that the positioning there was a bit in favor for T7H. But yet again, that all did start by just having the anti-ward there. T7H and Nvidius, of course, placing the Ward of Revelation and Ward of Sight. Voodoo trying to go, I don't know exactly what he was looking for, maybe a rune or something. He was invisible, not knowing that the Ward of Revelation was there. And this is something that they should have actually picked up on. They've been counter-warded 2 or 3 times on bottom. They should expect, you know, the anti-ward to be there. So the fact that Voodoo's invisible, he should be like, well, they've anti-warded it a couple times. They probably have one up. Maybe my invis is not strong here. You know, maybe my pocket kings is going up against pocket aces, and it's just a no bueno situation. And
really
now,
pulling out
course,
a poker reference.
I apologize. I had a few bad days, or I had a bad day last night.
All right, something I gotta go over. Swiftblade just got Purge Stick, so that's gonna be huge. So now Jerizaya, being in the fight, gonna try and throw his ulti, shield, that sort of thing. It's done. All it needs is one Purge Stick. Oh, huge ulti by Nvidius, throwing it around. It's bouncing around. It is hitting both heroes. Swiftblade coming in from behind, gonna take out Soul Reaper, and Zephyr possibly gonna go down here as well. Yeah, just way too much. Quad kill. It's so over for. Wait for it.
May I just say what absolutely beautiful kiting Corrupted Disciple has done on that Zephyr. Like, I called that they baited the Zephyr pick, you know, by banning D-Sham and really just not making the lanes viable for a Zephyr. And now, when it comes into the mid-game, I see this Zephyr that is, you know, relatively farmed. And I'm like, hey, that's going to be trouble. This is not good. Oh my god, oh my god. And then Corrupt Disciple's just like, no, kite. And it's just unbelievable. The level of skill. I know a lot of people think, oh, well, he's just moving back, attacking. But to do that while still knowing how to position yourself outside of stun range and nuke range from other heroes and such, and just knowing when to fight, when to back up, it's a lot more than just back attack. This is not, you know, Dragoons versus Zealots in StarCraft, where you're out in the middle of the open, let's say, and you have someone with 2-gate Zealots versus your 1-gate Goons, and you're just like, volley, back up. You have to dodge so many nukes and so many stuns and just always be in the right position at the right time while still kiting that Zephyr around. And if you screw up, you're dead. I mean, he's looking at... He may have 2,000 HP, which is actually a lot, but Zephyr's doing 240 damage a second thanks to his tornadoes. Plus, what is it, 35 a second from Mach, I believe? 40 magic damage a second from Mach. So, he's, you know, you're taking that no matter what, pretty much. I mean, he's hitting so hard. If he hits you, he's hitting for almost 200 damage. It's not like you have a lot of time to think against that Zephyr, a lot of time to screw up your kiting. And the fact that Disciple's going in, charging in, and putting so much pressure on Zephyr, you know, I just don't really have much to say besides Corrupt Disciple, you know, just playing absolutely fantastic HoN right now. And I really got to hand it to Sexy. He's just playing great. And another thing to note, in my opinion, though, W4I never fighting a team fight with 5 people. I've yet to see them fight 5v5. And, I mean, would you agree with that, Cap? Or?
Oh, yeah. Like, every single time, they're short a hero. They're blink in by Behemoth, taken down. Oh, Swiftblade doing his ulti, just cleaning up everything. Hat trick. Once again.
And I don't know. I think your audio, by the way, when all of that was going down, I know I couldn't hear you. So just double-check the audio on that. Because the in-game was so loud.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You heard him? Okay.
All right.
Excellent. You know, we're always looking to improve our cast here at HoNReplays.org, so if there's anything you notice that we could do a little bit better, let us know. That, of course, was me just double-checking, making sure that Cap was coming in loud enough. Nevertheless, as you were saying, Swift coming in, picking up all of that with his ult. And
oh, there's the Purge Stick on Zephyr. Had that shield on him. Unfortunately, Jerizaya does get his ulti off. That preferably that is what you want to use your Purge Stick for, is to take down that ulti. But Zephyr's still going to go down. Blink in Behemoth. Done. Easy racks is going to come up. Swiftblade
I think
does have token as well.
Pretty much over. Like you said, that Soul Reaper with a nice ult kill, though, on the Corrupted Disciple.
Mingo gonna die to tower. There it is.
And I'm going to have to go ahead and tell Mingo that he is bad.
He thought he was so cool. He was gonna bait the tower, and it was taking him down. Last hit. Oh, he used power supply, but he has Aegis token. Yeah. Oh, one hit just doing half health. Huge.
Does Soul Reaper have another ult? No. Get Refresher, Soul Reaper. I'm kidding. If I ever see Refresher on any of my teammates in a real game, I'm beating you in the face.
I'm going in next time.
Alright, so something that I think you brought up earlier, Cap, is just how well Swiftblade was farming, and the fact that he's come in here and picked up a lot of kills with his ult. And look at his items. Look at his gold per minute. His gold per minute is over 500. The next closest is Zephyr at 342, then Corrupted Disciple at 300. Just huge farm. He's not only caught up to Zephyr and Creeps. Zephyr had like 102 when I believe Swift had like 60 and Corrupted had like 50 or 60 as well. And now Swift is at 219. He's 14-0. I just don't see a way back into the game for W4I unless, of course, they catch Swift farming, maybe hit a Soul Reaper ult on him. But other than that, anything you can think of there, Cap?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, it was pretty much over when they got that quad kill at middle. Because really, that was the representation of everything that was going wrong for wait for it. They haven't had all their heroes in team fights, while T7H has. They've been going around very successfully, great positioning, and of course, it does help when you Corrupted Disciple has, you know, he's like Flash Gordon over there. He just runs all over the map so quickly and gets those ganks off that are needed. And which allows that Swiftblade to just farm up everything. I mean, really, they haven't seen, Wait For It hasn't seen Swiftblade a whole lot. You know, they laned, but once it came to that mid-game phase, he kind of disappeared, except for when he was really needed. When he came in, he ultied, and he spun, and then he went back to farming. And so I gotta say, great farming game by T7H. They knew exactly what they needed to do to win. So.
And you know, I'm not gonna lie, normally the counter to Zephyr is not to try and out-farm him, but T7H just locking it down and doing it well. Yeah, so W4I though, I think their early game was solid. I think that, you know, although I might have criticized their picks a little harshly, they ended up being pretty good picks, although the Witch Doctor Zephyr lane, I don't know. I don't think it was that good. I think it relied on the fact that Defiler ganked it 2 or 3 times for it to reestablish lane control. And yet again, I do feel that Zephyr pick was baited pretty harshly. But I think the Jeremiah pick against Swift was solid, and non-Vidi is just counter warding all over. I mean, it's a ward battle on bottom. But yeah, I mean, I have to hand it to W4I. They've definitely put up a far better fight than I thought they would. And, you know, I definitely think that 1 or 2 bad plays by T7H here, and they may end up, you know, losing this game. So they do need to be careful. But I'm not going to lie. Swift's items... Yeah.
Swift is maxed out pretty much. Like, he just needs 1 more item. That's it. And
you know,
really
this is
good.
A lot of people always ask me why I feel travel on a carry is a necessity. And on a hard carry where you're not looking to do anything before the 40 to 50 minute mark, travel is awesome because it helps you farm a lot more and it opens up another slot. If you'll notice, he has phase boots and a port. If he had travel, he would have his phase boots and his port all in one. I mean, it's not quite as much speed while they're active, and of course you don't have the damage, but you get a 5th item. If you'll notice, he has Nullfire Blade, Runed Axe, Shield Breaker, Symbol of Rage. Well, if he had travel, he could fit a 5th item in where that scroll of TP is. So, yet again, if you know the game's going to be going this late, I do prefer an early travel. Soul's Blessing going off a little bit early, in my opinion, from Jeremiah, by the way, on this fight in mid. And Behemoth kind of out of position, way away. Corrupted coming in, doing some damage. Swift.
Purge Stick on Zeph just cleaned him up so harsh.
Yeah, I mean, oh jeez, 633 crit. Basically one-shotting Jeremiah. They're hiding in their Oh, he timed out. I actually believe that was not a rage quit.